Hey guys, so we're back on the ice with Coach Iris for another private goalie session. In this session, we're going to work on some RVH exit work. So I've never done those before, so I wanted to learn how to do some RVH exits. Kind of jump into some basic shooting drills, and then also finish off how to play breakaways because I really suck at playing breakaways. Throughout this session, Iris kind of gives me some really small quick tips also, so definitely kind of pay attention for those. So these are like really small details, like where to put your hands, where to put your body weight and such like that. Super important overlooked details that people don't really know from just watching videos, so definitely keep an eye out for some of those ones. I've also added some timestamps below, so if you feel like skipping around, feel free to do so. And before we get into it, just a big shout out to Iris, of course, for letting us take this footage and having him mic'd up for these sessions. Definitely check out his goaltending services. He runs Pro Vision goaltending in the Lower Mainland. He's been great to work with, and it's always a blast when we hit the ice for some training. So we usually do a bunch of skating at the beginning of the session, but the cameras were a little bit off angle and we couldn't capture that. So I've cut that out, and we're going to jump straight into the RVH work.
All right. So getting into the RVH is simpler, but getting out is tricky because it can be very awkward, like especially not practicing it too much before or doing it for the first time. So there's kind of two ways, and it really comes down to personal preference and also like situation, right? So for the purpose of the drill, you can just start in the middle, right? We'll look, rotate, we'll T-push to a post. Once you're set here, you can go down into your RVH. So there's two ways. Once you're like engaged on that post, or your boot or your skates on that post, when you want to recover, you actually want to really lean into that post. You bring this leg nice and tight, and just like a recovery, you're transferring your weight from this leg onto this leg, kind of doing a T-push and then setting. So you're here, you're coming out, and then you're setting. But it's super, how do I say it? It's super tight on your like body, right? Because number one, you're here, and your like leg and joint is all like kind of on the side there, right? And then you're here, and you're in a really tight lunge, almost, right? And then you're going from here, and you're transferring that weight onto this leg, and then you're kind of doing like a T-push and set, right? That's for the middle, right? Obviously, if you're pushing here, right, it's much easier. It's a shorter push, right? And you can just be set shorter distance, right? So that's essentially how you would recover to the middle. You can also slide, right? So like if you're here, right, and you need to like quick pass comes out, right, you can just slide to the middle, kind of like a backside push. But the main thing is you're really using the momentum of your post, yeah, to kind of push off there, right? And again, it kind of depends where you're playing. Some rinks, they don't have the best pegs, so it can really screw you over. But I think this kind of comes back to why it's important to know when to use the RVH and when not to, right? Because if you're always in the RVH, right, then having to do those recoveries takes a lot of time, and it can put you in kind of compromising positions, right? So you want to be in the RVH when it's needed. So anytime the puck's like behind the boards, around the goal line area, there's an actual threat, right? If it's kind of further off to the hash marks or far off into the boards, you can stay on your feet. So a little bit more patience in using it. But yeah, that's essentially how you would recover. So to the middle on your feet. So what you can do is you can practice that. So starting in the middle, rotate, T-push to your post, get set in your RVH. Don't worry about making mistakes. You can kind of adjust, right? Once you feel comfortable, right, then working on leaning in, and then transferring that weight from this leg and this shoulder onto this leg, and then T-pushing out. It is awkward as well. It's not, and that's actually not easy either. It's probably harder than actually doing the RVH. Funny enough, yeah. So, but coming back, that's another reason why an overlap is also a great move, right? Because with the overlap, you're not actually on the post too much, right? You're actually just like playing in your normal position, and then now if you have to recover, right, you're ready to go. So it just kind of comes down to strategy as well, right? What works best for you in the kind of games you're playing as well, right? So the overlap's also a great option, but it's it just depends again, like what play is happening as well, right? Okay. Yeah. So give it a try. Just start in the middle, rotate, T-push to your post, RVH, and then push out of it. Yeah. So now you want to really lean up against that post. Your weight's going to be on this leg, on the shoulder, and then you're going to transfer here and do a T-push to the middle. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, exactly. That's basically the movement there. All right, eventually you want to work off just getting to the boot, but yeah. Yep. Yep. There you go, right? And again, it comes back to being low and active, right? If you're kind of higher up in your RVH, it's much harder to get that power and that control, right? If you're lower and you're able to be more agile and then push, you'll have a better shot there. Yeah.
Where does my gloves go then?
Just in front. Yeah. Yeah. So like you'd start here,
I'm
right?
already dying right now.
Yeah. You start here, right? And then as you're leaning and loading, right? First thing that turns is your head, right?
Okay.
And then your hands will follow, and then you load and push, right? Just like a recovery, right? So just like you're here, right? You look, rotate, you plant, and then as you're going, right? You push. But now it's just you're kind of on that post here, you're leveraging that post to push off, right? Yeah, right. So it's easy to get into that position, but it's hard to get the power to push.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I
Right.
feel like I'm not used to pushing off this.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's not an easy task, right? So, yeah. Yep. Yep.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some more muscle for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, like what some goalies do is like they would. You can also like try and plant your foot. So this would be like another option if you're having a hard time with this. But this can cause some difficulty as well because you might get in touch with your post a little bit there. So what I mean by that is you can be here, right? But what you can do is you're here and you kind of get up and then you push, right? But the problem with that is it adds an extra step. So it's not really like recommended necessarily. You can also be here, you can lower this leg, right? And then you can plant with this and then push. But again, it's not like the best option necessarily. Right, that's why it's good to kind of work off that post and get into a position there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You want to give it a few more tries and just.
A couple more. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like get it perfect, obviously. But
Yeah.
it's good to know that that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Because I think, I've been kind of going like this and then recovering.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to just figure out how to do that.
Yeah. To make it smoother, make it one motion, or you want to just work off that post because you don't want to give up any gaps at the same time. Yeah, so really utilize that post, lean in, and then push off. Yeah. Yeah. So you can start by using your blade, and then as you get more comfortable, you can integrate properly, right? Yeah.
I think it's just getting used to like pushing.
Yeah, the movement's super awkward. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just think about like you're loading something up to like let it go, like a rubber band. You're pulling it out and then, yeah. Just think of it like a slingshot, right? Yeah. Like you're loading it up and then you're letting it go. So,
Okay.
yeah. Sorry, this thing is.
I got a sharpener at home. Now. Good, right? Dull the blades all you want.
Yeah. Good, right? Yep, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So again, that's like if you want to recover on your feet, right? If you want to slide out, like if it's a play in tight, then you want to just look, rotate, and then instead of bringing that leg out, you want to just backside push in. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what that looks like. You want to try the other side? Get the flow of the movement there. Yeah. Yeah, and you'll find it harder on the weaker side that you have. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Don't need to practice the hell out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely not easy, right? So I think like it kind of just makes you think more of like when you want to use the RVH, right? So kind of coming back to that is like, again, if a player is coming in and he's attacking here, right, or if it's a wraparound attempt or behind the net, right, then obviously you want to utilize their RVH, right? And most of the time, like in a game situation, like there'll be a pass in front for like a tap in play, right? But on those ones, you're just going to be butterfly sliding out anyways, right? If it's only going to be here if there's like a pass like up top or in the middle, but usually you'll have players covering. So the amount that you'll actually be using that is rare. but still it's good to know and good to practice, right? So if I'm here, right, and I pass to a player on the top of the slot, then you want to be here and then T-push out onto your feet. Yeah, exactly. But if that player is back here, right, and there's a pass to the middle, right, then you want to backside push or use your stick, right? So just like if you're on your post and you're on your feet, right? If the puck's further out, you want to T-push out. If the puck's more in tight, you want to butterfly slide out.
So when you butterfly slide, you just use the post to push off, right? Or
Yep, exactly.
You actually dig in?
Nope, just use the post. Okay. Yeah, just like if you're pushing post to post. All right, so I'll kind of show you here. So similar, like if you're here, right, and you're here, you hinge, right? You go post to post. Here, right, same thing. You hinge, post to post, right? You can hinge out, right, and then you can slide out, right, for those saves as well. So
I never use the post because I know they're gonna fall off during a game.
So that's the thing, right? Like that's it kind of makes it tough. So that's why I recommend, like, you know, in certain situations, the overlap is really great, because if that player is coming in, right, and he's gonna be here, if you're here, right, as he's coming in, right, you can seal off this side, like if it's a shot, like you can seal off this side and you can have full coverage, right? But again, if he's doing a net drive, right, you want to be on your post to RVH, right? But I know it's like at some rinks they don't have the pegs and shit like that, so it makes it tough. But that's probably like one of the more difficult movements you do as a goalie. RVH out as a slide or out on top of your feet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, awesome, man.
Yeah, but even like in your spare time, if you have like time to get on the ice, you can actually just practice on the boards too. So you can be here, you can go onto the boards, and then you can practice coming out. All right, so that kind of helps you with the movement. So you're here, right, on the boards, and you can just practice that, and that'll kind of build those muscles as well. Yep. So you don't always have to use the net for this. You can use the boards as well. Yep. Yeah. Do you want to do a few coming off the boards, or do you want to kind of move on?
Not really.
Okay.
I've actually done that during public skate too.
Yeah.
So we were trying to do that, but like even just getting in the RVH for me is like a little bit like awkward.
Yeah.
And then me trying to push off that is like even more awkward.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's practice, right? So
Yeah.
just gotta keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
So.
Let's maybe I'll spend like 5 minutes or so. Like I'll just put pucks in the corners. I'll just get you to start on your post, T-push, RVH, and just take a shot.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Right, just work on that movement, and just get more comfortable in the RVH. So do that for a little. Okay. So keep it nice and simple. You can just start facing this puck at the top. We'll do one side at a time. So we'll do like 7 or 8 reps a side. Start in the middle, T-push to your post, RVH. As soon as you're set, I'll just take a shot just to make sure everything's sealed, and just so you can kind of get comfortable taking your shots in an RVH position.
I can do like inside if I want, or like whatever.
I would do like your boot. Like I would avoid like the blade on the post.
Sorry, what's up?
Like are you saying like integration or like?
Yeah, I mean I can try and get the bungees on there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't.
Yeah. Try the boot or the bungee, but just avoid the blade.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just at your own pace here. Oh, not bad. Good. Yep. Yep. Good.
How far like when you're over there,
Yep.
this leg goes down here?
I
was kind of wondering about that too.
Yeah, just right about here, just where it's comfortable. Yeah, this is kind of your control mechanism in the crease. So if you're going post to post, then you want to hinge back, right? If you want to push the middle, you want to hinge forward. Main thing is you just don't want to show me that leg where I can bank a puck in off, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as it's behind you, but like beside you, it doesn't have to be behind you, but as long as it's beside you, but not in front, then you're all good. Yeah. Yep. Good. Nice. Other thing too, so actually if you just go back in your RVH for a sec, right? Let's say you make a save, right? Puck comes out here, right? This is a good opportunity for you to just bump out,
Okay.
right? So if you're there, right? RVH, and then you just want to take a small bump out just to bring that extra coverage. Exactly, right? Because from here I have room on that top far side and also on the top near side, right?
And I should be like kind
Yep. Yep, exactly. Yep. 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 Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of slipped off a little bit there. That's okay. Good. Nice. Hey. 2 more here. 2 more. Good. Yep. Good. Last one. Yep. Nice. Good. We'll switch sides here. How's that feeling?
It's always harder on that side for me.
Yeah.
This flexibility, boys. That's what you do.
Yep. Yeah, like understanding like the movement and what you're supposed to do, it's actually not that hard, like if you think about it, like the steps, but it's just getting comfortable, right? It's like you're learning how to walk again, but like kind of like in a goalie version sort of. But yeah, it's definitely hard. Like I had a lot of, like when I first learned it, it was quite challenging for sure, because I learned it like when I was playing, like they were teaching the VH and then they started bringing in the RVH, so it was very like confusing. Like net plays for me was very, very challenging, but I think just having a system for it and just thinking about different scenarios, like if this happens, I'll do this. If that happens, I'll do this. Then you're just more prepared, right? And the more tools you have that you can use, right, the more options you'll have in a game. Yep. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Good. Nice. Yep. Good. Good. Yep. Yep.
Ski was
Oh. All good. All good. Okay. Last 3. Yep. Nice. Good. Last 2. Yep. Nice. And last one. Nice. And rest. Yep. So if you just go into your RVH for a quick sec, you just want to have your glove kind of out here, just in case someone, like they do like a saucer pass through the crease, right? So if I just like, right, or a little bit higher, but you just want it there in case like pucks come to you so you can catch them. But you don't need to have it like kind of blocking the puck or anything like that. As long as it's in front and you're able to use it, that's all good. Good work, man. Grab some water. We'll move pucks up top and work off the middle for a bit. Just alternating shots, glove and blocker. And we'll go from there. All right. Ready? Glove side first. Good. Good. Blocker side. Good. 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 Hit. Good. Good. Sorry, bad shot, bad shot. Same side. Good. 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 3 more. Good. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. And rest. Say it again?
Like I'm actually like, I think last time I came, I was kind of more just like chill.
Yeah.
But this one I'm really like, I don't know if that's good or not.
No, that was much better. It looked like the easier you make it look, the better it is. Okay. So you would just make it nice and simple deflections, right? You don't have to do too much, right? You're already in the middle. You're already square in position. You just have to meet the puck, right? It's already coming to you. You don't have to go out and get it, right? As long as you're in position. It's only when you're out of position, then you have to fight for it. But if you're in position, it's coming to you anyways, unless it's like a really pinpointed shot. So you don't have to really worry about moving too much, really, right? You can just stay there, and it's just controlling your box, right? The 4 points the net, the 2 top corners, the 2 bottom corners, right? The angles wise, they just come in like this, right? So really, if you're in your butterfly, you're just managing like this. Like literally here and here, right? So as long as you're down, then it's just about just reaching, right? But you don't have to like fight for it or anything like that. Any questions on that?
Is this hole a little bit too big on this side? Now I'm getting all like paranoid now.
You don't want to be like too wide, right? Just comfortable, right? Just nice and loose where you can be when you're able to move. Yeah, like this is fine, right? Because if that shot's coming, you're gonna react to it, right? So you don't have to worry about being too wide. You just don't want to be too open, right? Just as long as your hands are in front, right? You have enough room to move, right? Because sometimes if you're really tight, now you can't move, right? And if you're too wide, now you're just kind of like all over the place. So you want to be somewhere in the middle, right? Where you're like, just like if you're boxing, right? Like you want to be nice and loose, all right? So same thing. You want to be loose, ready to move, ready to react, right? Because positioning is one part of it, but then reacting is also part of it. Right? So you gotta like, sometimes you just gotta trust yourself a little bit. Because I used to do that too. Like, I used to like, it's almost like I was fighting myself, I was doubting myself a little bit, right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's why they call it a mental game, right? You're kind of battling your own, because there's so many things you're managing, right? So you need to just trust your skating, trust your ability to stop pucks, right? So, yeah, I mean that's half the battle right there. Once you like believe that you can do it, then it's just about repetition and improving and going from there, right? Yeah. Awesome, man. That was that. 15 minutes. I think maybe we do a quick drill, just working on stick saves and then glove blocker. Just get some movement going, and then we'll walk through some breakaway stuff. So, yeah, because that does take a little bit of time to just explain and everything, right? So.
Get the legs burned.
Yeah. Yep. Good. Yep. That one I think would have been better if you were on your post. We were just outside of the, yeah. We're off our post a little bit. So we're here, right? And you butterflied, but we had some room here. I just missed, and then I had to go around. Okay. But that one might have been better in the RVH. Yeah. I know. I started taking more creatine, so I'm gonna blame that.
I'm not gonna make it.
I know. All right, we'll do 2 more to wrap up here. Ready? Yep. Good. Yep. Nice. Just on that one, just making sure we're getting up with the right leg. But yeah, because we just got up with this one.
Oh, did I?
So as you're rotating, you just want to get up with this one. The fatigue's coming in. Yeah. I can tell. All right, last one here. Ready? Yep. Good. Awesome. Grab some water, Vic. Good job. That was well done. I like that. All right, and this puck is up top. All right. Before I go, I look, rotate, and as I lead with my hands, that's going to square up your shoulders.
So you're like literally squared up.
Yep. So I'm here. I look, rotate, and then now as I'm going, right? All right, so my hands automatically square up my shoulders. Yeah. All right, so we're here. We look, rotate, and then we're in front. Yeah. Right. Even if you do start to move, right, you still want to lead with your hands before anything else. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm doing like a
Yeah. So I would say like head, start rotating, and then lead with your hands. Like, I mean, normally like it's taught like step by step, but I just like, I like to do it all as one, right? So you're here, right? You look, you rotate, and then you're out, right? So the rotate, like, I prefer the rotation and the hands in one movement. But like when you're explaining it, you kind of do, like, technically you're doing hands first, but if you, like, otherwise you're really slowing it down. So I prefer you're here, you look, you rotate, and then you're going right here. All right, same thing if you're in the middle, right? You're pushing the angle here, right? You look, come in, and then you're here, right? Yeah. Cool. Awesome, man. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I just want to get like mostly like.
So what are you struggling with the most with
So right now,
breakaways?
basically, the guy's coming in.
Yeah.
I'm like literally like, I'm like in here, and then he's skating, and then I'm like fucking the goal line. Because I mean, I don't know how far to come out, and I don't know how to come back. I don't know when to start going back.
Got it. Okay.
This is gaining depth really. And
Yeah.
then when I slide like in the post all the time.
Okay. Got it. Let me just grab a marker. This will help actually. Oh, nice. All right. So, typically on a breakaway, you're probably going to be in your crease, right? And then you want to attack out as that player's coming in. So you want to gain depth early, right? So usually you'll be here, and it'll be something like this. You'll probably be, I mean, that's a little aggressive, but I would say right about here is good, right? Again, like small rinks, so it might vary. But so the reason you come out is because as that player's coming in, you're building up that gap, right? If you just stay in your crease, right, that player has all the time to pick his spot and do whatever, right? So you kind of start to challenge him, right? So you attack out, right? You challenge the player, and as he comes back, you're gliding with that player. If he moves around, right, you're tracking with him all the way, right? You're following him, just like any other play, but you know it's just him coming in.
Okay.
Right, you're on your own, no defenseman, so he can deke or he can shoot. So as you come in, right, you start to build that gap. As soon as that player is coming in, you're going to back up to right about the top of the crease. This is basically where you're going to make your decision. Yeah, so this is where like you're patient, you're waiting for that player to make a move. All right? So I'll show you what that looks like. So let's say player's coming in, all right, I'm in net, all right, I'll push up top, right, he'll come in, all right, I'll build my gap. This is my decision-making zone. So here, I have to either force him to shoot or deke. All right, so if he shoots, he opens up, right, you can butterfly, you can make that save, and you can control that shot and be a wall and cover it up or just end the play. Or here, this is where you're gonna have to like C-cut and slide or C-cut and slide, all right? But main thing is here, you wanna force the player to make a move, all right? If you don't do that and you just keep backing up, right, now you're giving him a lot of room to shoot or just like go around you.
Like stopping your glide there then, or just like
You're slowing down the glide.
so
You're slowing your momentum down because you're kind of timing it with the player.
So like at what point, like when you come on challenge, at what point do you start gliding backwards? Because I heard it's like a stick length away or something like that.
Yeah, stick length is like kind of the norm. It's tough though because it's hard to gauge, right? You kind of build on it in practice. I would say build a gap that you feel comfortable in, right? Some goalies like to be really aggressive and be on top of it, right? For me, I liked like that stick length, maybe even a little bit more, right? To kind of just kind of be patient and just kind of build that gap coming back, right? Let that player take its time, or if it's like a rush play, it might be a bit quicker. But main thing is you just want to attack out and you want to build that gap with him. So you're here, right? You just don't want to be starting on the top of your crease. You want to be like maybe 2 strides out, you could say, like 2 strides out, right? And then as that player is coming in, you're building that gap, he's stick handling, right? He might fake or whatever. So here, you kind of sort of stop. Like, it just depends, right? If the play is like really quick, then you're going with the flow, right? If he slows down, then you kind of slow down as well, right? So you're building your play off of what he's doing, right? Like example, like if that player is coming in, right, and he's really quick coming in, right, you can't really stop. You'll have to move with the flow, right? But if he starts stick handling, then you can slow down, stop, and engage from there, right? So essentially, like, breakaways, funny enough, sound quite simple, but again, it's difficult, right? So he's either going to shoot or he's going to deke to the left or to the right, right? If he shoots, right, you want to be patient and you want to be that wall and cover and just stay on your feet, be patient, right, and trust yourself. If he fakes and goes around you, then you want to do like either you have that momentum coming back or a couple quick C cuts and then you're sliding each side.
And you're sliding outside the post, right?
Usually, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to RVH because he does technically have room to roof it here. So you want to be just slightly outside. Right? So like in real time, if he's coming in, right, you're building up that gap here, he comes, slide, and then you're here to make that save, right? Yep. So that's like the gist of it. I mean, once you get the hang of it, you can start to throw in your own fakes. Like I used to like to do that. It's not really taught, but as you're coming in, right, you can fake poke check, right? You can go one pad down. You can kind of force them to make a move, right? If they're not like a very knowledgeable shooter, you can actually force their hand. It's almost like chess, right? Like it's kind of funny because everyone just like be patient, wait for the player to make a move. You can also fake a move, right? But I would just say get the hang of the flow of it, of coming back in that decision-making zone, and then see, like, read the player, right? Is he opening up to shoot? Is he still stick handling? And patience on your feet is going to be the biggest thing, right? And you're not always going to stop all of them, right? You just want to have a plan for what you see, right? If that stick's in front, he's stick handling, not going to shoot, right? He has to open up, right? If he starts to open up, then you know, okay, maybe most likely it's going to be a shot. So that's how it is. But again, it's sometimes the game's quick, right? You're going to bite on a fake and then you're going to have to dive back, or, you know, that stuff happens, but you want to try and stop as many as you can. Yeah, so what we'll do, last 3 minutes, I'll just come in on a few breakaways. I'll be either stick handling, deking to the right side or left, or I'll be shooting. Up to you to build that gap in the middle and then make a decision from there.
We'll just go slow, right?
Yeah, I won't be like full speed or anything.
Blast, even worse.
All right, right? Yep, so we'll start, tack out, good. I'll be coming in right here, and this is where you want to make a decision, all right? So it'll be pretty clear which side I go, right? Yep, yep. Hey, ready? Yep. There you go. Yep. Ready. Yep. So patience, right? Wait for me to commit to a side, right? And you can get, as you're going back, you get lower and lower, right? So as you're coming in, good. I'm coming in, you're going back. There you go. All right, as soon as I move and I commit, then you want to go with that. All right. Ready. Yep. There you go. Good. Yep. Perfect. Yep. There it is. Good. All right. As soon as you see that, like he's opening up, right, then you want to be ready for that.
It's weird because I think when I see you coming in, I start backing up so early.
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing that every game, dude.
Yeah, we'll work on that. So, as I'm coming in, right? So I'm coming in here, right? You're gonna tack out. Good, right? Now you want to start to back up, right? Because I'm coming in, right? Now you're here. You got to make a decision. Okay. All right. So now either I'm gonna shoot, or I'll go left side, or I'll go right side. It just depends. Okay. Awesome. We'll do a couple more here. Raj, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, man. You can hop on here. I'm just gonna finish up with Vic, and then you can start stretching and all that. Yeah. All right, last two. Ready? Yep. Good. There you go. So
brain's like not working. I'm like, I'm thinking about the depth more than your shot right now.
But yeah, and that's okay, right? So you did a good job up until the point where I made the move. That's when you got to commit to the slide.
Okay, actually commit to okay.
Yeah, all right, so as I'm here, right, because I'm kind of really slowing it down. So as you're here, as I'm like this, now you got to move with that player. Okay. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah. Let's try.
A couple more?
Just tell me what side, just pick a side, right side.
We'll do one each side. So we'll do blocker side, then I'll do glove side. Okay? Ready? Yep. There you go. Good. Okay. Last one, glove side. Yep. Yep. How's it? I blame the ice. You okay?
Yeah. I just got too excited.
That's okay. We'll do one more. Okay. Glove side. Yeah. Hey. Yep. There you go. All right. Perfect. So that's a really slowed down version, but you kind of get the idea, right?
Yeah, that helps a lot now.
Yeah. Because you see, as I'm in front, right, I'm going to be moving. And it's not until the stick moves to the side until I can shoot, right, as a player.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's...
Yeah, no, I just got to get it in my head.
It takes some practice to get that rhythm, right?
The timing is like definitely...
Main takeaway, though, is like, don't fall back into your crease too much, right? Stay out, but then have momentum to slide if you need to.
Yeah, I'm always backing all the way.
Yeah, patience is huge on this, right?
Sick, dude.
Yeah, awesome.
You're getting shots getting better.
Yeah, I know. I've been actually doing nothing about it. I haven't been working on it.
That's all you need, right? Just a rest, probably, right? So, all right. Cool. Thanks, yeah, that was good.